Hello. You're going to the third normal raid from the Pandæmonium series in Endwalker. Asphodelos, the third circle. Whenever I take a break from making guides, and then I get back into it. Oh, this is the Phoenix, by the way. You can get this as a mount if you beat the Savage version of the fourth circle. Yeah. I was saying, when I see my ghost outfit and my name, I get a little chuckle out of it. Like after it's been a while since I've played. Good idea. Okay, so we got a circle stage, okay? Don't walk out here. You'll die. I tested it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the boss around. I managed to be the main tank in this one, so we'll actually see main tank stuff. Okay. Experimental fire plume. For this, there's gonna be these like fireballs around. Okay, it can either be these smaller ones or it can be like a gigantic huge one. We'll see the big one later, but if it's these smaller ones, then we're gonna get AoEs on the sides of the stage that will rotate. Okay, so we got here, and then this popped up, and this popped up. See, so it's gonna like go around the stage, and at the end there's gonna be like one in the center. So similar to some of the other raids, like in A Realm Reborn, in Heavens, where sort of like you want to wait. This was also like the Tsukuyomi fight with the fans and stuff. You wait for the first one to go off, and then you go into the safe spot. So I run up to the center for a moment, wait for it to go off, and then I run back. But being mindful of this other one that just popped up. Okay. And so those explode, and then do you see the one in the middle? Looks like somebody ended up running into it, but yeah, so if you get hit by it, you get some damage and you get a bone stack. Okay. But again, like, make sure when you're running, you don't run out of the circle, because I mean there's like a lot of orange here, so it can be kind of tricky to tell. Oh wait, that's a big one. I've skipped too forward. Okay. Like, see, when you're running around, be careful not to like run all the way out when you're dodging this. And yeah, the central one's kind of difficult to see, especially when all these other things are exploding. But just know that if it is the ones on the outside, at some point at the very end, you need to be on the outside because the middle one will go out. Okay. Alright, so experimental fire plume again, and spoilers, this is gonna be the big one. Okay, see? It's a huge orb, huge fireball in the center now, instead of those smaller ones that went around the boss, you know? So if it is this bigger one, then it's going to do a circle AoE in the middle, and it's going to be a lot bigger than that other one in the middle that was at the end of the other one. So you want to back it up. See? See this? See how far it extends? Okay, so you gotta get along the edge. Okay. So you get a bone stack. Oh yeah, you get a bone stack, and I got a decent amount of damage. There's like a lot of people are taking damage from this. It's tricky. Yeah, and a lot of people got hit by it. Yeah, everyone's got like full health right now. Yo, see? You get hit with it once and it's a lot. Okay, so careful of that. Make sure that you are looking at the boss's animations to figure out which one it is going to be. Scorched Exaltation. This is going to be a railway. Yeah. Put some mitigations up for that, or shields and things. Alright, Heat of Condemnation. It's going to be tank busters. Individual tank busters. Darkened Fire. Okay, so we're gonna get these ads that pop up. There's 4 of them. You don't actually need to attack them or anything. What you need to do is there will be 4 people who get this little icon on them. Okay, and then there's like little circles on them. And so the boss is casting this thing, Brightened Fire. And when this is done casting, this little whatever thingy on people is gonna like go off. And so the people with this stuff need, the people with the brightened stuff need to go to the darkened stuff and like, you know, overlap on it. Because these ads right now are casting Darkened Blaze, whereas the boss is doing Brightened Fire, you know? Opposites. So you want to overlap on them so that it cancels out. And if you don't, just like, I think we're missing one of them. If you don't, and this goes off, okay, I think we managed to get it done, so that's okay. But this person died. Why did they die? What is this? Oh, I think they got hit by one of these things. Right? Oh, I think maybe one person was able to get both these in the back. Yeah, okay. So this person in the back here was able to get their circle to go over both of the ads in the back. Okay, because this other person was all the way over here and they didn't go over one of them. And then this person went to take care of this. But did they have... MS, where are you? I don't think MS... Oh yeah. For some reason they took like a ton of damage. Oh, they already had like 2 bone stacks? Is that why? Yeah, okay. This person already had 2 bone stacks, and so when they took the hit from this thing, they took extra damage. Wait a minute. Their health is... Why is their health 50,000? Whereas everyone else is 70. Okay, so that's also why they're taking more damage. Their gear is not very good. Good enough to get into the fight, but it's like probably closer to the minimum level of gear. Because everyone else's gear is a lot higher. Okay, so yeah, if you notice that someone else has significantly lower health than everyone else, then healers need to keep an eye on them. Okay, this healer also has pretty low health. Okay, yeah, so I think it's probably they're new. Either they're new or they're they just like leveled this, or they're just running this for the Moogle event. Who knows? There are many different reasons why their gear might be low, but okay, so that makes sense. I was just like, would this thing really hit that hard? Okay, so it's a combination of their gear being low and then also having 2 bone stacks. That's why when they got hit with this thing, they took a lot more damage, or it looks like they took a lot more damage than everybody else. Okay, but if you get targeted with it, it shouldn't kill you necessarily. But because they were running around, they got hit over here, and then they ran over here, and then this person had the little brightened whatever thing, and then the boss was like "Meh" on them. Because this person MS ran over there, they got hit with that one too, so that's why they died. Okay, but typically this stuff won't kill you if you are just taking one hit of it. Okay, glad that's settled. Let's take a look over here and see how this group handled it. Okay, see, so I have one of them, and so I just stand directly on it. I'm just like, everyone else can just like run out of the way. Okay, so I took almost 20k damage. That's fine. But then it immediately gets rid of this darkened fire. Okay, so that's how you handle the mechanic. If you don't get rid of the darkened fire, when that cast bar goes off, then it'll do raid wides. Right? So it'll just be extra damage if you don't take care of it. Okay, moving on. Right Cinderwing. So that means that the boss is going to cleave the right side. Its right side, boss relative. So everything on this side is going to get cleaved. Okay. So depending on whether you are standing in front of the boss or behind the boss, you got to figure out what the boss's right side or left side is. Okay, and if you get hit with that, you get a vulnerability. Okay. Now the boss goes away, and you need to pan your camera around to figure out where the boss hangs out on the side of the stage. So it's over here, and it's like facing this way, and so that means it's gonna like rush across this. So you gotta get out of the center. Pops back down. It's glowing. Storm sweeps through, pouring burning rain. Okay, so now we have this duty gauge thingy, and so we're gonna get some ads. We got 2 ads here, sunbirds. Okay, so each tank will pick up one of them. I'm picking up this, and you want to move them to the edge of the arena as best you can. They will turn around, turn whatever, or they'll do these moves. So this one is rear carve. Okay, so it does a cleave behind it. This one over here is also doing a rear carve. So people need to watch out for that. Don't be in line with that. But the thing is, we want to move these birds away because we don't want this green stuff to overlap the birds. There's going to be another set of them soon, so we want to keep them kind of far apart from each other. But also be careful, don't walk into this fire or you'll die. Okay, after we take care of those, we got another set of sunbirds, so each tank picks up one. Kind of bring them over. See, I'm moving it a bit. I was moving it this way, but then it is doing 4 carve now, so in the front, and then this other one over here is also doing that. So you just make sure you dodge it. It's kind of hard to see, but try your best. So I dodge out of it, but I do notice there's a little bit of overlap. If they're overlapped, then you'll take a little bit more damage in the raid wide later. Or if this Phoenix fire, like the higher it is, the more damage it'll take. So this is a DPS check, and so I try to scooch it over just a little bit so they're not hella touching. And then you know, prepare for, okay, see, they turn into these thingies, sparked fledge things. You know, the whole theme here is Phoenix and rebirth and stuff. We'll bunch up and prepare for the raid wide. So they're going up. Dead rebirth. Okay. Double wings. Okay, so immediately after the raid wide, we'll have, oh hello, the right cinder wing again. Hello, can you sit down? Okay, thanks. So this is again boss relative. So this is the boss's right side. Okay. It can also do the left side, but this it says here it's on the right side. So watch out for that. Hey, don't sit on my arm. Okay, fledging flight. Look at these little. They're all hanging out. So those fly away, but then they drop back down here. Okay, so this one dropped down first, then this one. They're gonna do these cones. Okay, so the first one does a cone, and then the second one's gonna do a cone. And as you can see, there's 4 of them, and so eventually the whole stage is gonna get covered. And they're starting to do their cast, Ashen Eye, so that's when they'll blow up. So this is gonna be a rotating situation. So we wait here, wait for the first one to blow up, and then you'll see the safe spot here, and then you'll rotate. You'll keep rotating, okay, to clear out of these AoEs. You can still basically hug the boss if you're melee, so if you want to maintain your uptime, that's fine. But we do have these AoEs here, so as you're running, make sure that you kind of visualize spreading out. I'll show an example for this one. Oh, this one did a left cinder wing. Let's see this one. Okay, see, here's a scenario where we get the left cinder wing, but I'm playing machinist now, so this is for the back view, so that means it's going to be on this side, because this is if I'm standing in the back, this is the boss's left side. Okay, the fledging flight thing, let's watch this. So typically, what I'm noticing is people go to the second one. And like you start at the second one. This one dropped first. And then you go to the second one. And wait for the first one to blow up. And then you run. And then you can continue running. And then make sure you're spreading out. Careful to not run all the way out though. Okay. Okay. Alright, we got our tank busters again. Make sure to mitigate. Oh, it's so nice. The other paladin put a little cover on me. Okay, here, Devouring Brand, there's this stuff on the sides. It might not be noticeable, but I've got an eye for these things. I noticed almost immediately that there was some stuff coming out. Okay. Just because it's like near my hotbar, and I look at my hotbar when I'm playing. So these things are gonna extend towards the center. So you need to get out of the way. Fire is consuming the field. You need to move out of the way of this T shape, but they'll also expand. So make sure that you give it a little bit more space. Okay, see how they expand? They expand like that. So bunch over. If you stand in it, you get a bone stack and take some damage. Searing Breeze. Who is this? Oh, okay. We're dropping AoEs underneath people. So dodge those, and I believe they'll... Oh, they don't go again. Okay, so just watch. Scorched Exaltation. It's a raid blade. Experimental Char Plume. Okay, we've got AoEs. They're spread out. Experimental Fire Plume. Look at the boss animation. It's the small fireballs, so it's going to be on the outside, so stand a little bit closer to the middle and dodge things and then get out of the way. Let's look at that one more time. Spread the AoEs out. Be careful not to run into the outsides. Fire Plume. Look at the size of the fireballs. Okay. Stand closer to the center, wait for the outside to go out, and then run to the outside to dodge the middle one. Okay, Phoenix jumps up. Pan your camera, make sure you see where it's at. Dodge the middle. And then here we've got AoE, so spread out. Tank busters, make sure to mitigate. Fledging Flight. Okay, so these little dudes are gonna go away and come back down. Okay, so this is the rotating one. So you go to the second one. Go to the second one, or just figure out where the safe spot is, like if you can't remember the second one. Okay, and then just rotate to the next clear spot. And then Experimental Fire Plume is the big one, so it's going to be in the center. So you need to get out to the outsides. But we took care of the boss. Okay. Just because I know a lot of people struggle with this fight, let's just watch through the end of this run. Okay, there's a tank buster. Just get out of the way of the tanks. Devouring Brands, see these on the sides? This is the T-shaped thing, and they'll expand, so just make sure you're out of the way. Carbuncles right in the middle. Okay, Searing Breeze, the AoE's underneath us, so move out of those. Ooh, people got hit. It's hard to see. There's a lot of orange happening. Scorch Exaltation. It's the raid blade. Experimental Char Plume. Okay, so spread out the AoEs. Fire Plume. Watch the boss's hit animation. It's the big one, so stand on the outsides. Oh, this person almost died. You see that? I was trying to die. I wanted to see if I wanted to experiment to see if stepping in the thing would. So I was like, oh, it's near the end. Maybe I could just die real quick. But I didn't stand in it far enough. So I was like, alright, I'll wait. Okay, get out of the middle. Oh, and spread out the AoEs. You're not allowed to run these unsynced by yourself, so that's why I couldn't go get footage by myself, you know? But I also don't want to grief the party. Okay, tank busters. By grief the party, I mean, like, intentionally do bad. It's okay if you're new and aren't sure about how to do things, but if you're intentionally trolling people, it's not very nice. Even if it's for education. But I'm too... I don't know. It's not that I'm shy to say, hey, I want to make a guide. It's more like, I don't want to cause a fuss. Okay, So at this point, this is the one where it'd be on the outsides. Okay. But since it was someone's pulling limit break and we're at 1%, I decided to run out. And yeah, confirming you definitely die if you go out here. Let's see, is it the exact amount of my health? Yeah. 7, 1, 3, 8, 4. 7, 1, 3, 8, 4. 7, 1, 3, 8, 4. Yeah, that's exactly my health. But that's interesting, because, like, I've got a shield. But I guess, yeah, it's just instant death. But anyway. Yeah, I died as soon as the boss died, too. Alright, just slightly before, so it wasn't a big deal. Alright. Okay. But yeah, confirming you definitely will die if you step out. Yeah, this one doesn't come up very often, but so most people when they run it, it's a little tricky, but because of the Moogle event that's happening right now, I'm sure there's more people who are running through the entire raid series, so it might be a little bit better for the runs and stuff. When I've run this like regularly this past year, if this popped up in just a regular duty roulette, usually there'd be like a wipe or two. Not a wipe or two, but more like there would be a lot more deaths and stuff. Maybe not a full wipe, but yeah. Okay, goodbye.